Hello, I'm Connor Graham from Eager Amoeba, and I'm going to be demonstrating PauseMi, which is a wonderful little asset that I've just built. It's incredibly useful in as much as it's used to pause your game without modifying the timescale. While timescale 0 is an okay-ish solution, there are better ways of doing it, and we believe that this is a more appropriate way of doing all this. It allows you to retain more control over certain objects, and you can still put things on the update call, which is harder when the timescale is frozen. Separately, I've included a slow motion mode, so if you do want to use timescale equals 0, you do have the option to do that aside. The way it works is by freezing rigid bodies, pausing media sources, and enabling or disabling mono behaviors. There's more to it with how it pauses things, but that's the core concept. Other features included are to set whether a scene should be paused upon start, what mono behaviors should be excluded from pause, as well as to be able to add your own actions or functions that will be called upon pause or SlowMo. This will be sent the state of pause or SlowMo, or you can even select whether it should be triggered on true or false for those. To prevent unnecessary checks, everything runs on a C# property, so this means that the script will only run when pause or SlowMo is modified. Another feature of the asset is that it will store the RigidBody state of RigidBody and restore it. As I've left the entire asset open source, you can, well, use these classes to your own ends. I don't know what else you would really use them for, but they're there. So yeah, let's have some fun and take a look at some of the sample scenes included within the asset. So first up, we've got what it basically does. Every time you press S, the little pause icon will appear and the system will pause. As you noticed, it actually does particle systems as well as rigid bodies. Moving on to animation and sound, you can see it, well, there's a slow-mo in action. It slows down the animation as well as the pitch of the audio source. And there you can see it pausing the audio source as well as the rigid bodies. Here is a good demonstration of the layers system. The middle cube is the one that's on a separate layer that's not been included with the pause part of the asset. And here's an example of audio sources and video players. As you can see, the audio gets paused as well as the video player. This also works for webcam textures as well as movie textures. Here you can see the pause on start functionality. Pretty much works as advertised. And lastly, you can see that it works with 2D as well as 3D. Thank you very much for watching. You can grab PauseMi from the Unity Asset Store. See the link in the description for that, as well as the website containing, well, a few more details and a written version of this video. Subscribe to this channel and maybe follow us on Twitter or like us on Facebook for more updates about the products that we release, and it'd be incredibly useful if you left a like on this video because it supports us and it helps us get the word out about the things we build, which means we can build more of them. I'll see you around.